So what's up guys, welcome back to a brand new Modern Warfare video. For today's upload, we're going to be taking yet another look at the Uzi SMG. I made a video surrounding this gun's buff about 5 days ago, and basically what happened was it got 2 attachments added to it and a stealth buff, by the way, I should mention, and put emphasis on a stealth buff because basically just, a side note, the actual patch notes didn't have anything about the Uzi being buffed and having these 2 attachments added to them, and another stealth buff was added like yesterday, which is really interesting and obviously a topic for another video, and I'll get a little bit more onto it soon. But yeah, anyway, the 2 attachments that was added about 5 days ago was the FFS Orion Barrel, a variation of the damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control barrels that you can find on quite a lot of guns in this game. 2 that I can think of right now is the M4A1 and the M13. I believe they have those 2 types of barrels that add all 3 of those stats to the gun and buff it in that way. And then the .41 AE 25 round mags, which is somewhat similar but not specifically like exactly the same as the MP5's 10mm auto 30 round mags and the AUG's NATO rounds. Both of those guns have ammunition types that add damage and range, but have a little bit of different stats in terms of their cons, whereas the Uzi's just has adding recoil control, adding more recoil to the gun. So fast forwarding 5 days into the future to now, we've got another stealth buff with 2 updates to these attachments that was added about 5 days ago. The first one being the FFS Orion Barrel was in fact changed to the FFS Carbon Pro, and I don't really understand the decision behind that or the thought process behind that. It's pretty stupid because now we've got 2 barrels that have the same name that do the same changes to the gun, except one is better than the other. They both have damage range, or they both add damage range, bullet velocity, and minus the recoil, but one does it better than the other, so there would have been no problem with keeping it as the FFS Orion. I thought it was a cool name, I didn't have a problem with it at all, but that's me, I don't know. And then the second change was to the ammunition type. Remember I talked about the AE rounds that added damage and range. Well, they've now been buffed from 25 to 32, which I'm really happy with. Like, that's actually something that I think is really cool they did. And the video I originally made around this buff, I talked about it being way too low and like not even using it because of the 25 round mags. Obviously I used it for the video, but for my own just playing whenever I wanted to, I wasn't using it because of that. And now that we've got 32 rounds, it's a lot more I guess reliable, you could say. You can get feeds more often with it. Even though 32 is still kind of low, it's enough to work with rather than having 25, and that's basically the 2 buffs that was added to the Uzi. And I don't want to have too many videos out on this gun, so maybe in the next, I'd say 2 videos, I'll have a comparison to the Uzi's default 50 round mags and the barrel versus these new attachments, and see how it is versus the old gun. So basically just a before and after buff. I was supposed to do that originally, but I just didn't get around to doing it because I didn't really feel like it. But now with 32 rounds, this is buffed even more. I think now is a good time to put out a before and after buff video versus, like I said, just without the new attachments compared to the new attachments. I don't think we'll get anything else on the Uzi in terms of buffs. The only thing that I can see being reverted is the barrel's name from FFS Carbon Pro back to the Orion, because, to put it out there again, I don't know why they've done it. It doesn't really make sense to me, but enough of that. We're going to go on to the class setup. So starting off with the first gameplay, I only changed 1 attachment in both of these, by the way. The main attachments I'll go on to now is the barrel FFS Carbon Pro, the underbarrel Merc foregrip, the ammunition .41 AE 32 round mags, and the no stock attachment, as well as the first gameplay being rubberized grip tape for recoil control, and then the second gameplay switching that out for monolithic suppressor. I will have an Uzi best class setup video out, but that is basically it for the video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed. If you've made it to this point and you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate it. And if you think the video deserves a like and you enjoyed, drop a like as well. Maybe hit the notification bell if you want to go that extra bit further. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody, and I'm out.
Advanced UAV ready. Copy. Advanced UAV on approach.